Hey, it's Michael. Welcome to the channel where we figure stuff out together because we're all in this together. The stock market, the tariffs. It is Friday night. We've had two of the worst days in the stock market back to back. The numbers are just like you have to rub your eyes. You can't believe what you're seeing. And it's tough. I heard somebody said we've lost is the equivalent of working 5 years of contributing to our 401ks are gone. So it's hard to look at. And I wanted to do an update on the stock pickers of YouTube to see how they rank during the hard times. When the easy times come, everybody's a winner, everybody's smart, everybody, can pick fish from a barrel. But how are these gentlemen holding up? What advice are they giving during the tariffs? Who's showing themselves to be better or worse during this period? Because this is the tough times. It happens every few years, and these are the people who you want to kind of hang with and continue on with. So let's go through a couple of names. Meet Kevin. Super popular. He was a middle of the rank pick for me last time I did this video a few months ago. I'll put the link up later in the video. Kevin has been more of a reporter at this point than anything else. He's gone through phases. He went a few years ago, he was a really big stock picker and gave you names, and there were a few consistent picks that he always went after. Then he kind of lost his way. He had some ventures. He wanted to become governor. He wanted to start other companies. He had 7 kids, no joke. He's kind of getting back to being focused again, and I appreciate that. But it's more reporting. He's not really going out and saying you should be buying ABC stock. He's just kind of giving us information about what's happening. His take is pretty good. I don't know if I need his take as much as I want to know what the picks are, but maybe that hasn't worked out for him. So middle of the road last time, middle of the road this time. I'm, maybe a little higher up, maybe a little bit better because he seems more focused on his YouTube channel. So I have high hopes. Hopefully Kevin will continue on in the right path. The next one is, I added Jim Cramer. We all know Jim Cramer. Everybody loves to laugh at Jim Cramer. But I respect Jim Cramer. I had watched him for years at 6 o'clock every day on CNBC. I was always marveled at his ability to speak to the camera. Literally, kind of what I'm doing badly, he does really well. I never even could tell whether he was using a teleprompter or not. He was so natural. So I give him a lot of credit as a communicator. People make fun of him that he says one thing, go the other way. I don't think that's true. I think, anybody who kind of makes a bunch of recommendations, which he does on a regular basis, he's going to be wrong 40% of the time. So it's easy to pick on him, but he works hard. I think his heart is in the right place. And I wanted to include him here. I watched him the last couple of days with this tariff crisis, and I thought he was really good. He felt like he should have done more research and warned us more about it, which is kind of nice. Nobody else has taken that tack that I've heard. And of course, nobody could foresee what happened, but he, felt that responsibility. So give him credit for that. He is also, saying to hold tight and to, keep your eyes out for the value stocks, which we all know. But overall, Jim Cramer, I'm going to give, B rating to. One thing I think I really like about Jim Cramer is he's a power guy. If he brings a CEO onto his show, very often that stock goes up the next day. It's worth watching just for that. So yeah, good. Jim Cramer, we'll keep an eye on you, but I'm going to give you a B. So I'm sure you're excited about that. The next one up is Jeremy. And Jeremy was the #1 stock picker for me on the last video from like 6 weeks ago. And Jeremy is almost always, if he ever says, boy, sell your stocks, boy, I'm going to get scared. He's like Tom Lee. You can always count on Jeremy to put a video out. I've been watching the last couple of days. He's buying up, Nike and AMD and Cake and Elf stock. So he's throwing it in there, and his common sense approach is that we've been through these before. If you bought when the VIX is above 30 or 40 on each of the last 7-8 times going back 50 years, you're always going to be in a better place a year from now. Now it might take a year, but he's a young guy and he's looking for long-term good companies, and they're on sale. And his logic is, if you can get them at a low price, get them at a low price. He is undeterred. So good for Jeremy. I hope he's right. It'd be good for everybody if he's right. So let's see what happens. The next one is my number 2 guy from last video was Amit. God, this guy is really good. He is the young up-and-coming guy that I see that is like Kevin was, 4 or 5 years ago. Even Jeremy, he's there at the opening bell live. He's at the closing bell live. He has a tremendous following. If he asks a question on his live broadcast, just boom, 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 people respond to him. He's an up and coming guy. And, I don't think he sold anything during this past few days. He has, he's like us. I don't think he has a fortune. I think he's trying to build one. He's on the right path. He's working hard. He's doing all the things, getting up early, staying up late. He's added a lot more guests. He had, who did he have on today? Like a really big financial guy. I can't remember who it was, but he's doing interviews. I mean, he's really becoming something. So it's AMIT, and check him out. And he is an A. He's an A. I can't say anything wrong about A for Amit. He's right up there with Jeremy for me at this point. There's Brian, the gentleman who just comes on with a suit and tie and kind of tells you what it is or how it is. And he's really good too, very dry, but again, that's what you want. And he's, in this world where everyone's got an opinion and one side or the other, he is down the middle. He tells you what the situation is. He tells you good or bad. He doesn't, wash it either way. And he just gives the facts. And I really like him as well. I'm keeping an eye on him. He does not give picks. I would want him. I know at one point he was saying the market is going to melt up. That hasn't happened. So I can't say he's been great in his, prognostication, but he deals in reality and he deals in facts, and I appreciate that. Zip Trader, Charlie, and I'll end on this one. Charlie, he's another one. Keep buying, keep buying, keep buying. He's said that all the time. I've seen him take stocks all the way down. He's kind of on and off with these things. Sometimes he hits, sometimes he doesn't. But he's similar to Jeremy. He feels like this is a buying opportunity. He's a young guy. These stocks are on sale, and to take advantage of it. So, when you have a terrible day, like 2 days like this, and hopefully Monday won't be as terrible, but just having their opinions and reinforcing that it's going to be okay, even though it may not, there's value there. And these guys do work hard, and all of them, everybody I mentioned today, there's not one bad one among them. I haven't come across anybody who's terrible, or if I did, I'd just stop listening to them. But these are my core groups of guys. I guess I should look out for a woman one stock picker. I'm sure there are. If you know any, let me know. But, these are tough times. It's not fun sitting here and watching, the money you put in over time go down. But it's like I say at the beginning of my videos, we're all in this together. It kind of feels good hearing them go through it with us as if we're all in this together, which, we are. So kudos to everybody. Tough times. Let's see how everybody comes out of it. I'm keeping an eye on all these folks, plus a few others that some people have mentioned to me in the past. We'll see what their picks are. Picks are, not Pixar. And we'll see how it goes. Hopefully the stocks things will get smoother. We'll get back into a flow. Interest rates will be dropped. And, maybe by the summer, we'll be back up. But in the meantime, I'll keep you up to date on what these folks are doing, who's doing good, who's doing not good, not well. And hang in there, everybody. It'll get better. Thanks.